chances are you are listening to this on your mobile phone, a tablet, or a laptop, enjoying the mobility that is provided by accessing content such as this from an electronic device. You might be at home, curled up on the sofa, or you quite possibly are reading this sat on a stool in the kitchen, waiting for a pan to boil or a microwave to go ping. Alternatively, you may be on the bus or train, perusing this latest video, listening to its content with other people nearby and passing you by. Can you see the bus driver? You can. How did you know that it was him? By virtue of his position at the steering wheel of the vehicle, obviously. His uniform and company livery on his shirt, jumper, or jacket might also tell you his role. You may be stopped at a station or some traffic lights, and you can see a police officer handling an inquiry, marshalling the traffic, handing out a ticket, or just casting a watching eye of the world around him or her. How did you know that he or she is a police officer? The uniform stands out most distinctly, as it is intended to do so. Easy to spot, isn't it? How about the man sat across from you? Who is he? What does he do? He is engrossed in the content of his tablet, but you can see that he isn't reading, but is looking at some charts. An analyst, maybe, a salesman checking his sales performance, a statistician looking over the latest data concerning crime rates in the city. He could be any of those, couldn't he? But you could make an educated guess as to his role. What about the lady who is getting on the bus now? What can you tell about her? She is struggling with a stroller and two large bags of shopping. She is ensuring a toddler also clambers on board. Possibly a housewife, and clearly a mother. You can see a wedding band on one of her fingers, so she is married. Her husband may well be at work as she attends to the running of the house. You gathered all of that information in a moment. Perhaps you're walking home, and as you listen to this video, you notice that someone is walking behind you. You lower your phone and look over your shoulder to see a well-dressed gentleman walking briskly along carrying a briefcase. You do not regard him as a threat, and you resume listening to this video as he catches up and then passes you without incident. Your assessment of him has been proven correct. Just like the time you approached a subway late at night and saw half a dozen tracksuit-wearing youths hovering nearby. You were taller than them and older than them, but something about the way that they were stood, something about their body language, made you realize that they were looking for trouble. So, you decided against taking the subway and found a different route, albeit longer and circuitous, but your safety mattered more than your aching feet. You evaluate and assess everyone you meet. In conversations with friends, you sit and listen and look for visual cues that they are interested in what you are saying. Poker players scrutinize their opponents as they look for the tells to assist their gameplay. Boxers stare into one another's eyes before the bout begins, seeing who will break off the stare first and concede a psychological advantage to his opponent. Judges watch witnesses carefully, and through their facial expressions they are given hints as to whether the witness is giving his or her evidence in a truthful manner. This observation allowing the judge to assess the veracity of the witness. In bed with your intimate partner, you will watch their face and listen to the sounds they make to ascertain what is working for them and what you should do more of. You can tell by the way somebody is walking through the office that with shoulders hunched and head down, they are not in the mood to be approached and asked a question about a forthcoming meeting. That person in the corner of the room at the party is staring at the floor, feeling too shy to speak to people. Each and every day, you assess hundreds of people and make an instant decision as to who they are, whether you like them, whether you want to help them, or if they present a threat to you. You instinctively know that certain ways the eyes look amounts to a warning. The slope of the mouth denotes irritation. The tilt of the head confirms a certain cockiness. The way someone stands, sits, walks, and gesticulates all tells you something which you process in an instant. You gather so much from a lifetime of watching nostrils flare, lips thin, chins jut, brows furrow, and eyes widen. Assessment after assessment is made, and invariably accurate ones which enable you to negotiate your way through the day, through life, as you interact with so many people in your private life, in business and socializing. You are highly adept at reading the signals, working people out and anticipating what will happen next. It is a highly developed and impressive skill. Astonishing how all of that goes out of the window when you meet one of us.